What's going on, everybody, and welcome to 2021. This is my first video of 2021, and I'm kind of making this video not really talking about the garden, not really talking about my homestead. I'm making this video as kind of a call to action. We've all seen the mess that's been going on in the country, and that's been going on since, the election and all that stuff. I know that nowadays everybody is always wondering, what's your political affiliation? Are you left? Are you right? Are you Trump? Are you Biden? What do you, who do you vote for? What do you support? On and on and on. And excuse me for 1 second, I need my sunglasses. I have weak eyes, but anyways, first and foremost, this channel will not be ever about it won't focus on politics. My goal with this channel is not to be political, have my own political opinions, and if you find me on MeWe, and I'm still somewhat active on Facebook. If you find me on there, if you find me on, if you are on Freedom Cells, well, that should tell you everything you need to know right there. So if anybody was curious about where do you stand? What do you stand? What side of the aisle are you on? Do me a favor. Go, and I highly recommend getting off of Google and getting on DuckDuckGo for your search engine. Go on there and type in agorism, 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 and read about it. And there, that's your answer to where, what side of the aisle I'm on. That's your answer. But that's not even quite what this video, I wanted to do this video about. What I wanted to do this video about, and I'm not going to take too much time to do this, but is, like I said, I wanted to do a call to action. No matter what side of the political aisle you're on, and all that other jazz, my question to you, especially in light of everything that happened last year, everything that's already happened this year, what we've just been seeing going on at the Capitol building and all that other stuff. People tend to despair. They tend to get, all worked up and their feathers ruffled and everything. And my question is, what are you going to do? What are you going to do during these times? That are you going to sit around and are you going to sit around and despair? Are you going to sit around and say, woe is me, what's going on, my country is going into shambles, or it's in shambles, and we need someone to come along and fix everything, all that stuff? Or are you going to say, I'm going to go out and I'm going to do something about it? And what do I mean by do something about it? What I don't mean is voting for the next right person. What I do mean is actually doing something with your time, your effort, your money, stuff like that. Like, it could be, getting involved in your local politics, influencing your local elections, even though I just said voting for the right person. But local politics are going to work a whole lot better. So getting involved with your local politics, and not even that doesn't even necessarily mean voting. That can just mean trying to influence your local politics, influence what's going on in your city, in your town, because that's what's going to hit you the hardest. But kind of on the home front, what are you doing? Are you just sitting around staring at the TV screen, hoping that this all goes away, hoping that someone comes along and saves us? Which, by the way, there is someone who can save you, but that's not what a lot of people are wanting. Or are you going out and getting your hands dirty? And I know a lot of people, I'm not interested in growing plants. I'm not interested in all that stuff. I would challenge you to try it, because once you do something successfully, your interest will peak. Because there's nothing cooler than when you can grow your own stuff and you make it work, and you actually look, I'm eating something that I grew, and then you start getting the hang of it and all that stuff. But it can be on any scale. It can be a small scale indoor, container type thing. It can be a container garden on your front porch, it can back porch, I don't care what porch. It can be all sorts of stuff. But I think the best route to take, instead of sitting around and complaining and sitting around and saying that, these people are going to, ruin our whatever, insert complaint here or whatever. Instead of that, you need to get out there and you do something. Don't worry about what, people in DC are doing. Don't worry about what, oh man, what's gonna happen now. Like, just don't worry about all that. You go out and you work on yourself to make your life and your family's life and your friends' life and the circle of influence that you have, we all have one, make their lives better. Go out and maybe that's not planting a garden, although I highly, highly, highly recommend it. But get out there and actually start trying to put things in motion that's going to help you, that's going to make your life better off than it was. And I'm not saying that it's some sort of like, if you do this you're gonna get rich, everything's gonna be easy, all that other stuff. I'm just saying what I see is a bunch of people sitting around, calling for more legislation and regulation and all this other stuff, and we got to stop this and do that and all that stuff, and despairing over everything that's going on. Well, what is that going to do? It's not going to do anything except for, make you a mess. So get out there and instead turn the TV off. First and foremost, turn the TV off. Stop watching the news. Stop reading the news. It's nothing but propaganda anyways. So turn that off. Get out there and learn how to better yourself in some way, shape, or form. And no, I don't mean this is like a self-help, those kind of self-help guru kind of people. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying go out there. I highly recommend picking up gardening, learning to grow your own food, at least some of your own food. I don't think you could ever be totally self-sufficient. We need to rely on each other. But learn how to grow some of your own food and try to turn that into a side hustle, make some extra money, or learn how to do something with software, or learn how to, build things. I don't know. But take this time, instead of sitting around and despairing, and take this time, we're going into a new year. Everyone's got their New Year's resolutions. Take this time, instead of just having a meaningless New Year's resolution, take this time to figure something out to better your situation. And go out there and do it. Go out there and get your hands dirty. And, don't despair over what's going on in Washington and all this other stuff. Those people don't have a life. I know everyone has been saying that you got one side saying that they're terrorists, the other side saying that they're being patriots and all that stuff. I'm not even going to bother with my opinion on it all, because in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. But instead of worrying about what's happening there and what's going on in those people and all this other stuff, and oh, Biden got elected, oh, it's the end of the world, or oh, Biden got elected, now everything will be good again. Forget all that. Get out there and actually do something that's going to make a difference in your life and the circle of influence that you have. So that's all I really wanted to say. I felt like I needed to, since it's the beginning of 2021, we've already had a bunch of craziness happen already, and it's not going away anytime soon. I hate to burst anybody's bubble. I wanted to, like I said, give a call to action to anyone who's watching, who may watch. Get out there and you take, for lack of better words, you take charge of your circle. Get out there and grow your food. Get out there and learn new skills. Get out there and make new relationships and new connections. And because when the chips fall, that's what's going to be what matters. And when you've got that, you've got a whole lot more of like a mental stability and a mental peace of mind than sitting around and hoping that some bureaucrat in a suit is gonna do something to make something better. It's just better. Just forget about all that, and you go out and you take action for yourself, for your family, for your friends, for your circle of influence. And yeah, that's about it. That's my call to action to you, to anyone who's watching. That's specifically to you, to get out there and do it. Thank you for watching. Thanks for following along with me on my journey to take action. Please like the video, comment, subscribe, share, spread it around. And like I said, agorism, go look it up, and I will talk at you next time.